Ah yes, Ellen his story. He'll watch anime but then say the author is normalizing problematic element and has adult framing of minors.
Something like this in your cart, you need to be locked up. If you see this and don't see a problem with it, you should probably seek some help. Now, I understand this has always been a thing in the anime community, but at some point we have to draw a line somewhere. You parasite!
Now in the video he shows examples of anime with sexual fan service and says they are normalizing problematic elements.
For example, if I criticize something like Mushoku Tensei or Rudius, who let's be honest has some really problematic aspects, these anti-tourists will get mad at me, dismiss everything I say, then label me the tourist.
Before Mizuki Tenten is reborn into another world, we see him basically being a degenerate, while his siblings are at their parents' funeral, and, well, none of this is shown as a good thing. Now for the rest of the show, with the context, he's in a different body, he is literally reborn as a new person who basically has all his memories of his old self. He is also born into a different time where there are different sets of morals and social etiquette. Also, Rudius gets consequences for his actions quite a lot of the time. Even in universe, a lot of his actions aren't normalized, and as the story goes on, he becomes less perverted and becomes more of a better person. Plus, most importantly, it's fictional. It's catering to adults who I'd hope would have a stronger moral backbone that isn't so easily changed by a fictional story. Also, how are you watching stuff and then saying it's adult framing of minors? Why are you even a part of the community when you believe it has authors and people who normalize that problematic behavior and sexualize minors? By the way, I'm saying sexualizing since I don't see how else he would be using the term adult framing in any other way than is for a sexual context. Oh, also, one of his tweets where he says One Piece is political, he just uses images of people using the flag for their political movement. This doesn't do anything to prove that the show itself is political. I mean, this is like saying Horrid Henry is political because the evidence is real life people are using the purple Hangang flag for their political movements. That's just silly. Like, a show can have politics in it, but not be a political show in the same way that a show can have romance in it and not be a rom-com. I mean, seriously. Also, are we really listening to Hassan for anime takes? In fact, since I'm still writing this, here's a section on why Hassan shouldn't even have been on Trash Taste in the first place.
Nigga, how
So Hassan shouldn't even be associated with anyone on Trash Taste, given his moral fagging. Now, Hassan has said,
some YouTubers even sit around and do reviews of child porn, drawn child porn, hentai, lolicon. That's how little YouTube gives a shit about their own terms of service. You know, Mudahar should know that. Seemingly, he participated in a review of lolicon himself.
felt so strongly, why would he go on the show with people, at least one of whom is openly supporting of that material? In short, it deserves to be called a Taurus. That's all from me. Like, subscribe, and see you guys next time.
Arm yourselves with knowledge. Extra, extra!
Asmongold calls me a terrorist supporter every day. The fuck are you talking about? He quite literally watches a lolly VTuber. He is an open lolly VTuber. The VTuber he watches. You know, it's a joke. I'm not being serious.
Now this reminds me of someone else who called that lolly, who was friends with Lolicon and actively harassed the channel and somehow managed to constantly get defended by a fan base that seems almost as toxic as Hassan's.